Jane here again to talk about your gardens in inland Southern California. And I've had three main things that have come up this week, topics that people have asked me about. One is about green water. And that is, if you have a pond or any other kind of a water feature, you might find that it's got a lot of a scummy green surface on it. Your fish may be hard to see underneath because they look like the water's all cloudy and everything looks a little brown or brown-green. And that's because you're having an algae bloom. And it's something that usually happens in the spring. But this year, some people are experiencing it in the autumn. It will go away of its own accord when the weather stabilizes a little, but our extreme heat probably caused a second one at this time of year. It's an algae that is little single cells, and the fish love them, they'll eat them, they're very good for them, but they're not very pretty to look at. There are commercial removers that you can buy if you would like to make it look better. Other than that, just hang in there. If you have fish, they'll love them. You could scrub them out on smaller fountains and places like that, and that'll clean it up. I'm having a lot of people come up to me with problems with both thrips and particularly white flies, which I had once mentioned before when talking about gardens, that these are becoming increasingly common and more of a problem in the higher elevations inland, even though because we don't have the cold winters that we used to, they made them die off. What you can use for these are, because you do want to control them, particularly when they're on vegetables, ornamental plants, they will suck the juices from the plants, little tiny white flies, and you really want to make sure you can wash them off. You want to make sure they're gone. You have to do it repetitively because a lot of them will keep hatching out from the eggs. And best products that you want to use are neem products from the neem tree, which is an organic, and there are lots of those on the market. You can also use Castile soap, mix it up very lightly and spray it on the leaves. It's another organic solution. Or you can try any of the insecticidal soaps that you can buy products for, or mix up your own with some hot pepper or other garlic, other herbs and spices that tend to discourage the insects. That's particularly important on edibles. You don't really want to use chemicals on those. And finally, for this week, I'm going to address the problem that a lot of people have had with their vegetable growing this year, and that things are extremely late and extremely slow. And I think, again, that comes down to our extraordinary heat that we've had this year, and plants are just taking forever and running out of a year to mature. So hang in there. Maybe next year will be better. Keep your soil moist. Keep your vegetables growing in a place where either you can shade them or they get a fair amount of shade, much more than we used to have to because our sun is so hot and the temperatures have been extreme. If anyone wants their questions answered, please leave a comment or a question either on my Facebook page, or you can leave it on the YouTube site where this video is going to be calling home, and I will be glad to get around to it and do my best to help you answer your gardening questions. In between, I'll slip in some other information for you here and there that should help with gardening, particularly in the Santa Clarita area of inland northern Los Angeles. Thanks for watching.